Football season is here. Yo, dudes aren't here. Welcome to the 2023-2024 NFL season. Detroit Lions and the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs happening right now. And I'm all prepared for it. I got my Jack Campbell, jersey right here for background. I got my Villains Brad Holmes sweater on. I got my hat. I got my earbuds listening. I got my PJ bottoms. I got my iPad thingy as well as a stand for it. And I got the NFL app. And I got NFL Plus to be able to watch the game with. And I got my Earl Grey tea with some honey in this mug. And I have a halftime surprise over here. Talk about that later. Oh, man, it's coming up here. Right now, they're just doing preview stuff over here from what I'm watching. I'm pretty sure everybody else is watching on Peacock and NBC and that sort of thing. So I'm just finishing setting everything up. Got my tabs. I got the Lions roster here so that if there's anybody's number who I don't know, I can look it up really easily, which always comes in handy. And yeah, we're just waiting for the start of the game to happen and take place. I haven't been this excited since the last game of the Lions played in Lambeau Field, which I went to in person and witnessed. They got eliminated from the postseason right before it happened, but right before the game started. But they finished strong after a really strong second half. And the hype has been so high. We've all been talking about the Lions. They're the new up-and-coming team. Got so many good characters, so many good coaches, so many good players. And us Lions fans have been watching them rebuild ever since this new regime took over with the drafts and with all their news and all their signings and every little thing that they've been doing. And this could be the first year where everything just comes together. And what a time it is to be excited to be a Lions fan. So don't mind me here as I continue to trickle with all this. Must be still on previews because they're still talking about the preview of the game on the NFL Plus app. So hopefully it just should begin in a moment. Also trying to do the ESPN Gamecast here. Give me a second. It looks like the game has already started, so as far as I can tell on the Gamecast here, I just got to bring it up over here. But it looks like right now they're 3rd and 3 at the Detroit 32. So they got the ball first. And it looks like they punted it away. So there we go. I just had to refresh the app. And now the preview thing is done. And now it's looking like I'm getting the game just in time for the punt. So I might be a little bit behind everybody else, but, you know, announcing the Chiefs offense, Sky Moore starting, Pacheco, Kadarius Toney's there. I'm looking at how this first drive went. It looks like Montgomery had a 7-yard gain and then a bunch of incomplete passes. Here we go. Chiefs 1st and 10 at their 12-yard line. They pitched it, gained a few yards, but stopped by Hutchinson. So 2nd and 5 at the Kansas City's 18. They hand the ball off again. About a couple yards short of the first down. Stopped by Anzalone and a bunch of other lines. They're showing C.S. Gardner-Johnson there, number 2. And it's 3rd and 2 at Kansas City's 21. There we go. Lining up. Shotgun in the pocket. Passes. It's passes complete to McKinnon, and it's a first down, Chiefs. It looks like Malcolm Rodriguez got that tackle. It looks like he's out there right now. All right, 1st and 10, Chiefs on the 31. Shotgun pass to 83. Brought down. It was about a gain of 6 yards. Lining up under center now. Drops back to pass. Scrambling to his right. Hutch is fast for him. Oh, Anzalone got to him. Incomplete pass. Got some pressure there. Good job to Anzalone and to Hutchinson. We're probably seeing a lot of that there. Yeah, the Gamecast is way ahead of what I'm watching here, so I don't know whose fault that is, but because it says live on mine. There you go. Mahomes scrambles, cup to middle, is caught, brought down by Kaminsky, down short, 3 yards from what it looks like. Gain of 2. And that was 3rd and 5. So it's looking like they're going to punt. Tommy Townsend's going to come in, and I talked about him in a recent video. And there's the punt. Khalif Raymond signal for the fair catch at the 10. So Lions back on offense. It's not a bad punt for that guy. Whew. Oh, man. I expect the game to kind of slow down like this for the Lions. They're going to try to run the ball a whole lot, and that's how they're going to try to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field as long as they can. So far, the Lions had one drive, and they had to punt. The Chiefs did get one first down, but then they were forced to punt too. Mahomes doing a lot more passing, some scrambling. He had one pressure from Hutchinson and Anzalone and was forced to throw it away to incomplete. So far, so good. Kaminsky also had a tackle and stopped Mahomes from breaking away down the middle there. So, in the chess game, it's just moving the pawns ahead. That's where we're at. There's a lot more excitement to come. So Travis Kelce's not playing in this game. He was ruled out with his knee issue. Isaiah Buggs, one of the Lions linemen, was benched. So won't be seeing much of him. They didn't announce as far as I could tell, they didn't announce the Lions starting, the Lions defensive starters. And I'm eager to see who got the starts there, whether it was Campbell or Barnes. I'm sure I'll figure it out later, but especially at linebacker, because I get a feeling that a lot of those linebackers are going to be rotating in and out. The edge rushers should be rotating out with players like Paschal, Charles Harris, especially to give Hutchinson a break every now and then so that he doesn't get injured, as well as all the other players. So I know Romeo Okwara was ruled out, as well as Broderick Martin. I checked that before the game, so that's unfortunate there. So we won't be seeing them, but the Lions defensive line looks like they have a lot of depth, and they're going to be the key, I think, to this game to slow down Patrick Mahomes to give the Lions a chance to win. I can tell I don't have anybody in my stream yet, so but if you do show up, welcome. I honestly don't expect anybody since I'm super new to YouTubing and all that, so I got slow mode on for every 20 seconds. Oh, here we go. First down. Or first and 10, I mean. The tight end is running all over the place, kind of. Goff under center. Hands it off to Montgomery for a gain of 3. He's going to get a lot of handoffs like that, and he's going to be a key in this game to eat up the clock. Hopefully he can break a few tackles and get some extra yardage when necessary as well. They're showing Montgomery stats right now. 5 touchdowns in career low with Chicago. So now that he has the Lions offensive line, he should be able to do a lot better. All right. Oh, Goff's pass was deflected and incomplete. It will be 3rd and 7. Mike Dana was who that was, a defensive lineman. Goff lining up in shotgun. St. Brown running around. Snapped. He's dropping back to pass. Scramble his right, turning around. Passes it. Marvin Jones Jr. caught it, but it was short at the 1. So now it's 4th down with 9:47 to go. Is this going to be one of those situations where Dan Campbell goes for it? He's known for being aggressive and going for it on 4th down quite a bit, but they're so far back in this field. In fact, Goff almost got a safety there because he was in the end zone. Yep, they're punting. No. It's a trick play. They got the first down on a trick play. They lined up like they were punting, but they gave it to somebody else, number 42. Who is that? Jalen Reeves-Maben tricked them, and he got the first down. You guys should know the Lions special teams is known for these trick plays. Yeah, like they're saying, you don't expect it from inside the 20-yard line. Dan Campbell sending the tone. I'm copying what these announcers are saying. Special teams coach is pissed. All right. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. 19 and a half, whatever. Goff lining up under center. Hands off to Gibbs. Spins out of a tackle. Gets a gain of 1.5 yards. I see you, Gibbs. I see you. I can hear pounding downstairs. I'm wondering if my neighbor can hear me if I'm being too loud. All right, 2nd and 9 at the Detroit 21. Goff in shotgun. Running back to his right. Pass to St. Brown for a first down. That was a 13-yard gain and a first down. Arguably Goff's most reliable target. All right, Goff lining up under center. He passes. Another first down to Reynolds. Another big gain. It was almost like the previous play where he ran a slant across the center, except it was the other opposite side and a different wide receiver. Trent McDuffie got the tackle there. That was a gain of 21 yards. All right, 1st and 10. Goff under center. Hands it off to Montgomery. Marches his way for a gain of 4, from what it looks like. Yep, 4 yards. Now they're announcing the Chiefs' defense. Nick Bolton, I forgot about him. Trent McDuffie, I talked about him. All right, Goff line in a shotgun, pointing. Reynolds running across. Oh, he hands off to Gibbs. Oh my gosh, Gibbs breaks away. Gets a first down and more, much more. Spun out of it and sped past a bunch of players and got a first down, and he gained a 17 yards rushing. Attaboy, Gibbs. Detroit is moving the ball on this drive. Oh, man. That is beautiful to watch on that replay. Goff and shotgun. Passing to St. Brown for a gain of about 5 yards. Got about 5:25 left in the first quarter. And it's 2nd and 5 on the Kansas City 19. They're showing Ben Johnson and starting to talk about him and his story. Goff under center, 2nd and 5. Pointing around. I know, casual fan. Hands it off to Montgomery, who marches for a first down and more. There's about 6 yards there. Montgomery's, like I said, he's getting a lot of carries. Now he's starting to do work and get yards, getting extra yards than before. I see Laporta in the huddle. Haven't talked about him yet. Goff walking up to the center, looking around, pointing. I know, pointing. Hands it off to Montgomery again. Broke one tackle there, and you got to gain about 4. That wasn't a first down, was it? I don't think so. Yeah, I kind of spaced out for that second. Oh, 2nd and 6. Okay, I was thinking it was 3rd down before, but I forgot about that first down. So 2nd and 6 now. Goff under center, like doing this with his helmet. I know it's audibles, but I brand myself as casual fan, so I got to talk like a casual fan sometimes. He hands it off to Gibbs, who trips up. He got tripped up by the grass and then tried to get away from a bunch of Chiefs tackling there. Must have tripped on a shoelace. No gain on that play, though, but no loss either. So 3rd and 6. So at the 9-yard line. So the Lions are within scoring distance right now. They've been moving the ball in this drive. They've been doing it slowly. 2:52 left on the clock. Off. Step at the pass to St. Brown. First down and touchdown. Touchdown Lions. 6-0. Woo! Goff to St. Brown, the very first points of the season. With 2:46 left in the first. No penalties either. That's a key thing. Oh, man, they confused him. They had a wide receiver going one way and then from St. Brown the other way from his angle. And he caught that ball and beat that guy, got the first down, and just ran in for that touchdown. Patterson, extra point good. Super easy there. St. Brown is pumped up. Lions are winning 7-0 right now. Detroit's doing everything they need to do offensively, and they got on the board first because of it. And it's on a commercial break. I'm going to see if I can turn off slow mode. I don't necessarily know if it's good for YouTube or not. I think if you're trying to do a Q&A and read a lot of comments one at a time, it's good to have that, but I'm not seeing how to adjust that so far, but you know, it's fine for now because I don't expect anybody to show up on here. But I know this live stream will stay on my YouTube account, so people might go back and watch it later. And for that reason, I still want to try to give an effort. And yeah. Just checking Twitter right now for Detroit Lions stuff. Ooh, I like the Detroit Lions picture logo thing. It has a big 90 on it. And they're back. They're talking about that fake punt, and I'm not surprised that they tried it because Chiefs should have known to expect it, in some form. $25 at Kansas City. Building a dynasty, something. Oh, it's a building construction format. Probably appealing to the construction workers who like football and that target audience, I bet. Handoff to Pacheco. It was 1st and 10, trying to get around the herd of Lions and push out a bounce gain of about 2 yards. Didn't have anywhere really to go on that one. All right, 2nd and 8. At the Chiefs' 28. Or 27, whichever one. Mahomes passes incomplete. The backup tight end was the intended target. Gray, I think his name was. Angelone was right there on the coverage. They're showing Matt Nagy right now. All right, 3rd and 8. Mahomes in shotgun, running back on his left. Drops back pass, goes deepish, pass is caught to Justin Watson. That's a 1st down and more. That was about 19 yards on that play. That was Brian Branch on the coverage, staying in front of him, behind him. So not much you could do with that. Otherwise, it would have more. All right. 1st down. Hand it off. Got a gain of 4 or 5. Kind of broke a tackle at first and then got brought down. That was Sky Moore. It was C.S. Gardner-Johnson that tackled him. Still no sacks from Hutchinson or any of the defensive linemen yet. But the Chiefs' offensive line is formidable. 2nd and 6, Mahomes in shotgun. Hands off to Pacheco. C.S. Gardner-Johnson took him down, loss of 1. He lost his helmet in the process, too. Yeah, they're talking about how C.S. Gardner-Johnson had a role in that Super Bowl against this very team, the Chiefs. It was number 10, the running back. I don't remember if that's Pacheco or not. He's the chatterbox indeed, and we love it. 3rd and 6, Mahomes drops back to pass. Under pressure, Hutchinson in 93. And out of bounds. Oh, it's close. Did he get the 1st down? They're saying a 1st down. Those dual threat quarterbacks. I can tell the Lions, though, have improved at being able to pursue them. But that's the end of the first quarter. And this is the Chiefs' second offensive possession. You'd think there would be more for an entire quarter, which is the Lions' game plan. They've slowing that game down, fewer drives. So now the ball's on the 44, and it'll be a 1st and 10. I get the Athletic alerts about NFL news on my phone, and it's saying Joe Burrow just signed a long-term deal. I'll have to read more into that in a minute. I'd say PFF and The Athletic are my two main sources for NFL news that I trust and rely on as sources more than anybody else. I'll look at ESPN. I'll look at the casual YouTube shows as best I can. But if I want the credible stuff, The Athletic is where I go. PFF, because that's like the PFF grades and everything is kind of the language football fans tend to speak these days. So, and as a former newspaper reporter, former journalist, I tend to go with top type of newspaper things that's available, and The Athletic is owned by like the New York Times last I checked. So that's what I like to, that's my preference for that anyway. But I think The Athletic does a good job of keeping me updated with those sort of alerts and high quality stories. I remember reading like a profile feature-ish type of story about Witherspoon, the cornerback from Illinois, got drafted by the Seahawks, and that helped me fall in love with him and made me really hate the fact that the Seahawks drafted him. Are they still looking? No. It's 1st and 10, Mahomes and shotgun, passes aside to the 10. Hutch gets the tackle, gain of a few yards. 4 or 5. Yeah, how did Hutch get over there so fast? As if I had to ask. He's Aiden Hutchinson in his sophomore year. Got past the tackle right away as the ball was being passed over there, and then he just switched directions and tackled him from behind. Mahomes under center, 2nd and 5. Dropping back to pass. Pass is complete to 11 for a 1st down and more. That was Valdez-Scantling for a 14-yard catch, brought down by Gardner-Johnson. CJGJ. Yeah, I can see why that would be a tongue twister. Kind of looked like zone coverage because Cameron Sutton wasn't covering him as well. Mahomes dropped back to pass, passes again. Passes dropped to number 4 intended target. Incomplete pass. Now they're talking about Travis Kelce being out, and it just feels different. Imagine the Lions preparing to go against Travis Kelce all offseason, only to find out the day of that he's gone. Still, though, Patrick Mahomes is enough of a threat to be able to take them on. So, 2nd and 10, shotgun. Nowhere to go. He's scrambling up the middle under pressure. He keeps running. He gets the 1st down and more. Forced out of bounds. It was a gain of 16 yards. Trying not to get angry at that because we know that's what Patrick Mahomes does. And that was 53. Was that who's number 53? That was Charles Harris getting the pressure, broke through and almost got him. First and goal already. Oh, Pacheco had a nice run there, gain of about 8. So it's 2nd and 2. Yeah, number 10 is Pacheco. The Chiefs are about to score unless the Lions come up with a big stop, a turnover perhaps. Mahomes hands off Kadarius Toney with a flip, but he only gets like a gain of like 1 yard. So it's like 3rd and 1. Normally the Chiefs would score a touchdown by now, but it's 3rd and goal, which I'm saying to be optimistic, about the Lions defense here. So Mahomes passing in the pocket. Passes, to number 4, touchdown Chiefs. To Rice. So it's kind of like we have a shootout right now, but it's kind of a slower paced shootout. That's the best way I can describe this. So everything going on right now is to be expected. The Chiefs' offensive line is doing its job for the majority of the time so far. So, yes, the Lions' defensive line has a few pressures, but not enough, in my opinion. And Mahomes is able to scramble too much. Commercial break, 7-7, with 11:50 to go in the second quarter. So lots of game left. Lots of adjustments yet to happen. And knock on wood, hopefully no injuries. I haven't seen any penalties yet in this game either, which shows the discipline of both teams, really. That's kind of my hope for a team trying to get better, no injuries and no penalties. That's all I really ask for. And then the rest will take care of itself. And so far, it's looking like it's doing good. Knock on wood. Don't mind me as I continue to. Oh, here we go. I think I found it. I unchecked slow mode, so save. Let's see if that makes a change. Let's see if that changes anything. So, again, if you're joining, welcome. I don't expect anybody to be on my stream because I'm a rookie as far as this goes. But if you are, welcome, and let's have fun with this game. I can hear people outside walking up and down the stairs. Maybe they're trying to troll me because they're fans of different teams. I don't know. Kickoff from the Chiefs. And it almost hits the goalpost, so it'll be at the 25. Talking about the Lions' offensive strategy of establishing the run, forcing the linebackers to go up, and then that's where play action can really be effective. And who better play action quarterback than Jared Goff? 1st and 10 at the 25. Goff lines up under center. Calling audibles. He's doing this. I don't know what that is, but I trust in him. Play clock down to 0. Dang. Oh, they called a timeout. Dang it. Had to burn a timeout there. But, every drive, every yard is important. So a penalty could kill them in that instance. So I take it Campbell as we know, is aggressive, and he'll probably, use a quarterback to hopefully prevent a mistake, a timeout to prevent a mistake, as opposed to saving them for later, at least in the first half anyway. So living in the moment is the best way to describe it. All right. There we go. 1st and 10. 11:50 to go. Goff under center. 11:50 to go in the second quarter of the first half. He drops back to pass. Passes it to Brock Wright. That was a 9-yard gain. Almost got the first down. Oh, hurry up. Rushing up the middle and easily got the first down from what it looks like. That was Montgomery for 3 yards. Easily. That could have been a 1-yard gain, but Montgomery made it a 3. That's why they chose him over Jamal Williams. In a league where it's passing league and everybody's all about coverage and speed, maybe not the best at tackling, and the Lions build their team to capitalize on that. Or no, I was Goff up the middle. Oh, I just read the play that's about to happen right now. Like I said, the ESPN game casting is way ahead of this. Yep, there's Montgomery with a 3-yard gain. The announcers are speculating on the running. Like, why'd they change it when it was so good? Swift had injuries. Talking about Hugh. 2nd and 7. Goff under center. Play action. Pass over the middle. Caught. St. Brown. 1st down and more. Down to the 40. Play action pass down the middle on a St. Brown. Bread and butter is what the announcers say. And I can't say I disagree. In terms of passing, though. Who is that, Snead that's covering him? A zone play. So 1st and 10 down to the 40. Hands off to Montgomery. Looked like McGuffey on the blitz, and that was a loss of a couple of yards there. Almost on a tee there. That's all right, though. I'm on a break from coffee right now because I'm trying to lose weight and trying to get my blood pressure down. So 2nd and 11. Goff and shotgun. He's pointing. Ragnar's pointing the center as well. Snapped it to him, passing to Laporta, who has all space in the middle, first down and more. Taking 3 Kansas City Chiefs to tackle them, so about time to see Sam Laporta. A slant play kind of where nobody was around. Easy choice for Goff. Nicely done by Sam Laporta, otherwise known as Superman's chin, is what I like to call him. High character guy, just like Jack Campbell, who I've talked about. Anyways, 1st and 10, Goff under center. He hands it off to Montgomery for a gain of 2. And 2nd and 8, and taking their time in the huddle. And 2nd and 8. Shotgun pass to dump to Gibbs, and he speeds down to the first down. A gain of 8 yards, down to the Kansas City 17. So another first down there. Lions are driving the ball again. So that's a taste of what Gibbs is going to offer. All right, 1st and 10, Goff and shotgun. Goff, oh my God, he fumbled the snap, the shotgun snap. He fell on it. Oh boy. That was bad. That could have been worse, though. He just missed catching it from what it looked like. No, Brock White was coming across in motion and it collided with a snap. So bad timing there. It threw off the trajectory of the football. Oof. Campbell's just looking like, it's like, you guys practice that. Come on. So it's 2nd and 20 now at the 27. Goff back to pass. He passes it to Gibbs. There he goes. There he goes. Out of bounds for another 10 yards. So they made up for that with another good play by Gibbs. Now he's starting to get fired up, starting to get going. Hopefully Sam Laporta does another good slant pass there too. 3rd and 10, Goff and shotgun. He's doing this. Here we go. 5:25 left in the half. The first half, that is. Tosses immediately to number 8, and he fumbles. Oh, no, and the Chiefs are covered. Oh, no. That was that's bad. That's bad. Trent McDuffie punched it out, it looked like, as he was trying to catch it. Dang it, I knew Trent McDuffie was going to do something. He had a forced fumble last year, so he has that skill. And the Lions have the first turnover of the game, which they don't do often. Last year, they did the turnovers on their defense and didn't have any on offense, but as Marvin Jones was the intended target there. Looks like the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 7-yard line. I don't know if you can call it a mistake by the Lions. It was just really good play by McDuffie. I mean, the timing with the tight end and that snap was a setback there too. But if they have to turn over the ball, at least they did it toward way back in Kansas City's back of the field. So, and who knows? Detroit might get a turnover back and get the ball back here in a minute. It's been a low-scoring game so far, so it is, I guess, more of a pitcher's match with the Chiefs than we expected so far. But there's still a whole lot of game left, so there could easily be some scoring breaking out. I wonder how the banner ceremony showing the rings and the flags and stuff like that before the game went. Hopefully the Lions fans are watching and getting inspiration from that and burning the images in their memories as motivation to play well. All right, 1st and 10. At their 7-line, Mahomes and shotgun, hands off to Pacheco. No, not Pacheco. Oh, Delaire. Gain of 1 or 2. Tackled by Hutchinson, it looks like. Oh, no. They're showing Hutchinson's families in the stands, and they're saying that they're mic'd up. They did this a lot in Hard Knocks, too. All right. 2nd and 8. Mahomes and shotgun, dropping back to pass. Scrambles, getting chased. Oh, he has to slide. Gain of about 3. Not much to go there. It looked like it was Benito Jones pressuring him. Four minutes left to go in the half. 3rd and 5. A stop here would be huge for the Lions. Oh, and Kansas City calls their first timeout. So they know. They know. I haven't seen anything from Jack Campbell yet. I don't know what's going on with the linebackers. I could have sworn I saw Malcolm Rodriguez in the game, though, at one point. Let's check Lions Twitter. I think I'm on the wrong hashtag, so there we go. Talking about Hutchinson's parents in that segment. The Trent McDuffie fumble recovery. And nothing too crazy. Lions is trending. National Anthem is trending. I don't know why. Jahmyr Gibbs is trending from where I'm at. Chris Jones is trending. David Montgomery. Maria Taylor. National Anthem. Kelsey. Joe Burrow. That's the one I was kind of looking for, I'm sure. Mahomes, Marvin Jones, Matt Nagy, Collinsworth, Thursday Night Football. I'm following just Lions at Chiefs right now for my tweets there, so. Yes. Yes. All right, we are back. 3rd and 5. At the 12, Mahomes and shotgun, dropping back to a pass. Hutchinson's right there. Oh, he passes it. Incomplete. Hutchinson right there with the pressure. That's 4th down. They're going to have to punt. Tommy Townsend is coming out. Going all the way to the 42. Fair catch called by none other than Khalif Raymond. I talked about him. He's a good special teams punt returner. I don't know if he's the kick returner yet. I haven't seen that yet. I'll look into that later. They were able to stop the Chiefs, though. And the Aiden Hutchinson pressure there was key. So at least they didn't score a touchdown on another long drive there. Man, this is so fun. I'm glad to be doing this. Everybody in the country is doing this. 1st and 10, Goff and shotgun at the where is he? 41. No, he's under center. Montgomery just came up and asked Goff, like, what's going on? Hands it off to Montgomery. Gets a gain of 6 or 7. Just plowing through. The game plan continues. Gibbs is right behind Campbell there. Goff under center. Fake play action is going to pass. Incomplete pass. Looked like Marvin Jones was the intended target, but the pass was just a little too high. Even though you're a Packers fan. 3:01 to go in the half. Goff and shotgun, 3rd and 5. Dropping back to pass. Oh, he's under pressure. Oh, he's got sacked. That's a loss of like 3 over there. That was 3rd down anyway, but he got sacked. Well, the Lions' offensive line is getting shown up every here and there. That was – oh, I was looking at the wrong guy. But, yeah, that was Dana that sacked Goff. So, Jack Fox, our punter out there. Be careful, though. It could be a fake. Although I don't think so because it's 4th and 8. And it gets tackled at around, was that the 18? Tried to go for it, but didn't get far there. And Mahomes jogs back onto the field as the camera follows him because the camera is a simp for Patrick Mahomes. Just kidding, just kidding. I know you camera people are just doing your jobs. But it's 2:02. The 2-minute warning is going to come up after this play. It's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mahomes in shotgun. Everybody's lined up. He's going to pass it. Scrambles away. Oh, it caught to 4. 1st down and much more. He almost got sacked by, from what it looked like, a Lee McNeil. All right, the 2-minute warning. I'm going to tell you guys something I'm going to do at halftime. I'm doing what is called raid bait. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to get the attention of the larger YouTubers and try to get them and their followers, their subscribers to raid me because they're going to look through the random YouTubers and they'll look at someone who they've never seen before, hopefully is interesting. And I'm going to try to random gimmick to attract their attention. What is my random gimmick this time? In honor of Andy Reid, I am going to eat a cheeseburger with a blank stare, just randomly, you know. This cheeseburger has been sitting by my side for the past hour now, waiting to get bitten. So, raid bait. Let's see how it turns out. Could be funny, could be pointless. Who knows? But I know those people out there looking to raid. Oh, man. It kind of feels like the Chiefs have had more possessions than the Lions, probably because of the turnover, but the Lions' possessions have been longer, eating the clock. So, Lions are having the advantage right now, I think. We're talking about previewing the Cowboys and Giants game, which, yeah, I'm indifferent toward both teams, but Mahomes is about to pass. He goes deep. Incomplete, almost intercepted by number 23, Jerry Jacobs. It's just a little too far out of his reach. But a Chiefs receiver must have either tripped up or had the wrong route. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 1:48 left. Mahomes in the shotgun. Passes it to someone for about 5 yards and is tackled immediately. Number 4. Third and 7, Mahomes dropping back to pass, pressured by Hutch. Pass complete to 83, probably just short of the first down. Flag on the play, though. Holding offense. Looks like Hutchinson drew a penalty. That's another thing he's good at. Oh, yeah, he drew that penalty from that guard there. He almost got to Mahomes, too. And they're showing Hutch's parents again. The Hutch analyst is what they're calling him. 3rd and 17 on the 39-yard line, I think. No, 34. Oh, he's calling another timeout with 1:07 left. We have a pitcher's match tonight at 7-7. That's the one thing I did not expect. It's working to the Lions' advantage because they're running the ball a lot and keeping Mahomes off the field for as long as possible. And it looks like, I guess, the Lions are being able to put more pressure on Mahomes and keeping him at bay somewhat. And the passes he's attempting, the ones that he's getting complete and successful are like the short to mid-range patches, but the deeper ones are either incomplete or almost intercepted because the Lions are like right there. Here we go, 3rd and 17 because of that penalty. Dropping back for a pass again. Another deep pass attempt. And he caught it. 1st down and more. That's down to the 30-yard line. Clock is running down to 51 seconds. They're trying to get the play off. Going to pass again. Another pass, and he's wide open, 84. Another 1st down. Holy crap, the Chiefs are waking up. Dang. They're showing 5 plays, 78 yards for Kansas City right there. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes passing, dropping back to pass. He passes again, and touchdown. Number 81. Kind of across there. So. They just took a timeout and they just marched down the field on 3 pass plays like that. Anzalone went to go cover the wrong person, I guess, and left that guy wide open. Looks like the Lions will get the ball last for the half. Chiefs call their final timeout. Why? I think the Lions got the ball to start the game, so the Chiefs will get the ball to start the second half. And I missed that because my NFL stream thing was still in the preview thing, and I had to refresh it and figure out what was going on. So I missed that first drive where nothing really happened with the Lions. But this is a tight game, a close game so far. The extra point is good. 14-7. Chiefs are leading. 34 seconds left in the first half. Lions got to get something going on offense, I think. Commercial break. Running out of endurance with the talking and the broadcasting on my end, but I'll get better at it. I'm not worried. The Lions offense only has one touchdown. They probably would have had a second one if it weren't for the punch out fumble from McDuffie or that other penalty. But Lions haven't scored as much as we had thought, and the Chiefs, neither have the Chiefs. Although their offense, the Chiefs' offense, looks like they're starting to come alive, especially in that last drive. One, two, three, four. I declare thumb war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to keep your thumb straight. And never mind. I'll just check Twitter again. Or X. I keep forgetting it's called X now. I leave Twitter for a while and I come back and it's already pretty much gone to hell. Thank you very much, Elon Musk. I suppose it could be worse, though. All right, here's the kickoff. Oh, they're talking about the new kickoff rule. If you call a fair catch anywhere within the 25-yard line, you'll get the ball at the 25-yard line. Interesting. I thought I heard about that somewhere before, but just kind of forgot about it, I guess. All right, here we go. Ball to 25, 1st and 10. Goff and shotgun. Dropping back the pass. Gets it to Sam Laporta for a gain of 5. And they call a timeout. Their second timeout. They're talking about, maybe they should take a knee, get a little steam. No, Dan Campbell is aggressive. He wouldn't do that. There we go. That's not who Dan Campbell is. Okay, I finished their point before they did. Got a chance to. 2nd and 5. Goff and shotgun. Running back right on his right. Goff dropping back to pass. Gets it to Laporta again, just short of the first down. Short by a yard. Trent McDuffie looks like he was on that tackle there. The Lions called their 3rd and final timeout. So someone tell me, I know Trent McDuffie was good in the draft, but was he known for his pass coverage or being aggressive with the stopping the run game and the sacks and the blitzes and stuff? Never mind. 3rd and 1. Goff and shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Gets it to Reynolds, and it's a first down and more. About a 9-yard pass. They're hurrying up and getting back to the line. 1st and 10. 10 seconds left. The clock is running. 7 seconds left. They spotted it. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 9 seconds left. Ball at pretty much the 40-yard line, I think. There we go. Goff is back to pass. Firing to Marvin Jones with the intended target. Incomplete, though. 3rd and 10 with 5 seconds left. Marvin Jones Jr. has not been having a good game so far. He's been targeted a few times. Oh, it went right through his hands. He could have caught it, but it didn't as he was diving. I thought he was supposed to be good at contested catches. I should know. I used to watch Marvin Jones Jr. play. That was before the Holmes-Campbell regime. Goff tried to do a quick pass to somebody on the side, but George Karloff just walked through and knocked it down. 4th and 10, 3 seconds left. I had a feeling Karlaftis was going to do something at some point in this game. He got past Penei Sewell. I don't know what that was. Sewell wasn't going out for a pass, was he? This will likely be the last play of the half. 4th and 10. Goff going back to pass. Going deep. Just throw it out of the bounds. And that is the first half. First half is over. Chiefs are winning 7-14. They'll get the ball to start the second half. And now it's time for the raid bait. What's my gimmick? In honor of Andy Reid, eating this cheeseburger. This is from Red Robin, by the way. It's their Monster Burger. There's a Red Robin not too far. Oh, and it worked right away. Grossi raid. Yes, Tom Grossi and the followers. Thank you so much for the raid. This is awesome. You know I've been watching you for a while. You probably know my name by now. This was a funny segment. During the half times on my live streams, my goal was to do what I call raid bait, where I try a random gimmick, such as eating a cheeseburger or something random like that, to see if I can get your attention. And not even like a second that it worked. So again, thank you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the game as much as I have. It's more of a pitcher's match than so far than what we've been expecting. But you know what? The main thing is football is back. So again, thank you guys for the love. And I should be watching with you guys, but I'm trying my own thing here tonight. So, and I know even though I'm a Lions fan and many of you are Packers fans, there is no reason why we can't get along for these sort of things. Because the real enemy is the Minnesota Vikings, the purple incarnation of Satan. So once again, thank you guys. I don't want to hog all the raid time if there's another person you have to raid, but hopefully we'll be seeing more of each other later. So I'm really trying this YouTube thing. It's been going good so far. I know I call myself a casual Lions fan because I know not to take myself seriously because, long time to go before I get the silver plaque. And I'm not really trying to get the silver plaque. I'm just doing this just for fun. So, but yeah, I should probably try to read more of these comments. So I just saw like a bunch of you guys coming on. So hopefully this was the most competent reaction to a raid that you've had compared to the other people. So, and I'll probably watch your reaction to you rating me, Tom Grossi, later on after the game when I go and watch your live stream on replay. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Everybody enjoy the second half, and hopefully the Lions can come back. If not, then hopefully they can do well. I don't condone moral victories for the Lions because we are starved for wins. I am hoping that we win this game, obviously, to make a statement and prove that, we're here. And, the Chiefs, they don't have Travis Kelce, and they're just, trying to get the win with what they have. And they did the smart thing, letting Kelce sit and let him heal up for the long term. So, whew. All right. There's a lot of you guys. I should probably type something in here. Not even a second. Looks like we're coming back. I should eat a little bit more of this cheeseburger. Who am I to deprive you guys of the joy of this Red Robin's Monster Burger? Mm. This cheeseburger's been sitting next to me for like an hour in anticipation of this halftime raid bait, so it's pretty cold, but it's still really good, I think. So I haven't been to Red Robin in over a decade. I went once in Grand Rapids with a bunch of – did it freeze? Who do I think will win, Packers and Bears? Packers, unless there's another monsoon on Soldier Field, just like last season's game 1 where the Bears beat the 49ers. If that happens, then the Bears could probably have a chance. So, my earbud's falling out. I'm just now reading the most recent chat, so New York Giants have a chance, probably. I picked Dallas to win that game, but anything is possible. I mean, I think Kayvon Thibodeau could have a breakout sophomore season. And I think that can factor into a lot of that. So I do intend to stream the game. There's might be some nights where I have to work during those nights. My intention, in addition to streaming Lions games, is to stream as many primetime games that I'm available to stream. So that one I'll be there for. The Jets game against the Buffalo Bills, I also intend to stream too. Miami versus LA. That should be a big matchup. Both those offenses are going to be really good. I think Miami's going to bust out and have a huge year, kind of like the Vikings did the previous season, as well as kind of what the Bengals are doing. I think the wide receivers and quarterback is just too talented, and I think Tua's finally going to have some good luck injury-wise and no more concussions. So, not to mention the other stuff they've done to build their team there. A Bear subscriber. Nice. Bear down. So I don't know much about Chicago Bears, but I intend to try to follow them a little bit more. So I want to follow as many NFC North teams as possible. Obviously, the Lions, the Packers, I got to know quite a bit last season from watching Tom Grossi's all of his content. Definitely the Vikings and the Bears every now and then. I try to find a secondary team that I want to call my second favorite team to watch to give myself a break from the Lions when I get. And I chose the Pittsburgh Steelers for that. So I'll be trying to watch them a little bit too, just because I think they're similar in terms of the way they're building teams like the Lions. So I'm going to type here real quick. So don't mind me. Sorry if I don't answer all of your questions. All right. So I'm new to this, and I really enjoyed watching other people doing it, and I'm trying to do it here now too. So more balanced season, yeah. Lots of chaos from a lot of good teams. I agree with that. Who do you think will win, Jets versus Bills? It's tough to say. Jets versus Bills. I'm kind of trying to decide. The way I see it, both teams are evenly matched. I might get killed a little bit for saying this, but I think Aaron Rodgers might kind of be past his prime now. So I don't think he'll be as good of a quarterback as everybody perceives, but I think they could. I think they could win. I don't know. I'll say Jets just because I know there's people here who like Aaron Rodgers and try to understand as a Detroit Lions fan, watching the Packers beat up the Lions in the division for so long, it's hard not to detest Aaron Rodgers. So, and his ego-ness, pride and ego and all that was also kind of a turnoff for me too. But you cannot deny that he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. So, let me hear from Grossi Ray, digging the energy and how much you genuinely love football. Yes, I am from Michigan. You live in the Flint area, Nate. That's awesome. I actually interned at the Flint Journal way back in 2012, back when I was a CMU student studying journalism, and I worked well enough at the newspaper to attract their attention at the Flint Journal, and I interned there for a spring semester as they were transitioning to their new company, MLive Media Group. So there was a lot of confusing stuff that went in there. I just kind of tried to go with the flow there as best as I can. What score do I have tonight? I had it as a 38-35 victory for the Chiefs. I was trying to be realistic in saying that the Chiefs would win, but I did not expect this game to be as much of a pitcher's duel as it has been. I mean, I know the Lions are running the ball as best as they can and taking time off the clock, keeping Patrick Mahomes off the field as best they can. So that's working to keep the Chiefs off the field for as long as they have and prevent that damage. The Lions offense, though, hasn't been doing a whole much. I suspect they probably could have had 14 points by now if it weren't for that the ball getting snapped into the tight end and causing that fumble on the shotgun, as well as Trent McDuffie punching the ball out of Marvin Jones for that fumble. So in a previous video, I talked about Trent McDuffie as a player to watch out for on defense, and he's struck tonight. So it's more of a pitcher's duel so far, but the second half, anything can happen, you know. So thank you. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is on the Jets, but will be as talented as they hope. Yeah, we'll see. He's got his offensive coordinator back, Nathaniel Hackett, and two of his friends as wide receivers. I was actually at that game the last game last season, Packers-Lions at Lambeau Field, and I was sitting up above the Packers tunnel, right up where the yellow gates were in that area. And I saw two people walking off, like hugging each other, and I didn't know who it was at the time because it was kind of far away. But then I found out watching highlights later that it was Rodgers and Randall Cobb, and I was like, oh, wow. I'm at this game watching this moment in live, and I was like, wow. There was a lot of memorable experiences from that game, and the thumbnail, my main picture there, me wearing the mask and everything, that was me after the game with a bunch of other fans kind of toward the field watching Aiden Hutchinson do a post-game interview waiting for a Lambeau leap. So I got a few pictures of that. I have several videos describing my experience at that Lambeau field, so I'll never forget that game. So, and Green Bay, I think, is a really good town too. Let me see if I can find more questions here. Here from Grossi Red, injury. I don't think it'll be as bad as Russell Wilson on the Broncos, but he's definitely good. Exploieda, euplexia. There we go. I agree. I think Russell Wilson is still going to be bad, and I'm predicting at some point in the middle of the season, Sean Payton is going to bench him for somebody else, and then the Broncos are going to do really good. My philosophy, universal philosophy with athletes in general, from being a baseball fan for a long time, once you give the player the big contract they're looking for, then they tend to almost always play worse because they're not as motivated to play. Let's be real. They want the money. And once they get it, then in their minds, what's the point? And that's just my personal opinion, my philosophy. And Russell Wilson has that big contract, and why would he care about playing more? But I could be wrong. He could be a superstar. I don't know. Gotta go. Goodbye. Never affect. Tony. Bye, Blazin. Thank you for sticking around and the raid and everything. When does the Steelers play? I think they play noon or 1 o'clock, depending on where you're at. I know they have 2 prime time games in week 2 and week 3. I think they have a Monday night football game against the Cleveland Browns during week 2, which is the one I intend to stream, because I'm also interested in seeing how the Cleveland Browns do too. They built their team the way that I would, with a good offensive line and a good running back, and at least a good step one. But I don't know much about the rest of the Cleveland Browns beyond that with Deshaun Watson. And Thursday Night Football, Steelers week 3. And I can't remember who they played then. And I don't care if it's back-to-back Steelers. I'll stream both of those and try to get an idea for them, because like I said, the Steelers are my other favorite team. How long have you been streaming for? This is literally my very first stream, El Vector. I'm trying this out. I'm calling myself casual Lions fan because I have a casual vibe to this. I know I'm a rookie, so I'm trying to do what I can. Oh, Dan Campbell's talking. Hang on. Anytime Dan Campbell talks, it's a treat, and you got to pay attention. Containment Homes. That's all it's all about. That's right. All right. So now that I know I have some people watching and viewing and subscribing to me, I'll, try to do a little bit more effort here. But the game is starting up again, and it's 2nd and 8 Chiefs, and I'm going to try to focus on that in this game as well. And Mahomes is doing his thing, 2nd and 8. Dropping back for passing, short dump off to Pacheco. Hutch almost got him, but he got blocked out of the way, and he got to the first down. Almost got tackled, but Jamar Gibbs did his way several yards for a first down. So, shoot. One thing about the Lions pass rush with their D line, it's always like they'll get there, but they'll overshoot them, and then the running back or the quarterback will scramble for several yards. Hutch is like trying to guard the first down yellow line there on the replay. Oh, Pacheco's getting looked at by staff. He might have an injury. Interesting. Thank you, Gigi Hohe, for the good voice. I always kind of feel like I'm scatterbrained whenever I talk like this much. I have all those knows and you know what I mean, or when you have a moment or whatever. So I used to teach as an adjunct instructor, so I should have a lot of practice, but it's been a little while. All right, 1st and 10, Mahomes. Oh, Hutchinson's getting – he gets him off. Incomplete pass, but Hutch with another pressure there. So that's what I love to see. He doesn't have a sack yet, but I'm watching the replay on Hutch. It's interesting, for the longest time while he was at U of M, and it was between him and Kayvon Thibodeau, because I'm an Oregon Ducks fan primarily for college. I was thinking Kayvon Thibodeau, but then Hutchinson went to the Detroit Tigers game a few days before the draft when Miguel Cabrera got his 3,000th hit, and that was such a special moment for me that I associated Hutch being there with changing my mind. Okay, Lions should draft Hutchinson instead of Thibodeau if they can. So, yeah. The Grassy Raid is a good jumpstart to your channel. I agree, Euplexia. You got pretty lucky with your first stream. I would recommend a scoreboard somewhere during your streams if you continue streaming. Yeah, I agree. I think my goal was to do what Urinating Tree does and just kind of share the ESPN thing on the screen, and eventually I'll hire somebody to set up graphics for me, but, just as time goes on. Mahomes passed the gray for a couple yards there. So I know I'm probably a little late on my stream compared to like what ESPN has. So I have 13:20 left. Oh, they're blinding up Hutchinson against the guard now, so having him play inside, and that's where he's having more of a success. Interesting. Lions do have several defensive, like edge rushers who can play inside, like Hutchinson's one of them, Pascal's one of them, Kaminsky's one of them. And they're forced to punt it away. So for those of you who subscribe to my channel, feel free to check out some of the other videos that I've recently posted and just kind of get an idea of, if you have the time. So my goal is to do primetime preview videos where I try to preview each team playing on primetime, like the day before or something like that. I try to talk about each team's offense, and I give a check mark for whoever I think has the advantage for offense, as well as defense, as well as special teams, as well as coaching, and then I give a final verdict. So we'll get there, and I'll figure out the graphic stuff later on. Right now, I'm just trying to focus on getting good at watching the games and talking about them and monitoring YouTube and that sort of stuff. So the graphics will come at a certain point in time. So, but yes, back to your comment, Euplexia. I agree that Rossi grade is a good jump start, and I appreciate that it happened. And while watching what is it, Clickbait? That's the name of it. While watching Clickbait earlier, I was active in the comments along with you guys, and I tried to plant the seed with the question is like, hey, Tom, are you guys going to do halftime raids again? And somebody responded, you probably should, and that was my kind of way of trying to plant the seed to make that happen. I didn't actually think it would happen tonight. It was kind of funny. I thought maybe like a Matt Damon, Jimmy Kimmel thing would happen where like I keep going with my gimmicks and trying different things and turning into a complete simp for a raid until finally when the Lions – late in the season when the Lions lose to the Packers or the Lions get eliminated from playoff contention or whatever, and I'm all down or whatever, that's when the raid would come. And then I would just for the sake of comedy, would be flip out and be like, no, I don't want your pity raids now. And I don't know. Everything will happen naturally. So, but yeah, you can see watching like Tom Grossi and Brandon Perna and all those other guys have had a lot of inspiration for some of the ideas I've had. So I started off watching like a lot of the Lions YouTubers, and I still do. So Micro Mike, I think his channel is called Lions Talk by Chat Sports or something like that. That's what his is called. He's, I think, probably the go-to. There's a online community called Lions Nation Unite, and Micro Mike is one of the head honchos of that. There's other ones like Jay from Let's Talk Lions, he's another one I like. Right or Wrong, he's another one I like who YouTube's Lions. There's another one I'm forgetting about who's up there with them too. Mark Oren from Oren Forum is kind of a lower casual one, but I'm kind of trying to go for just kind of lower casual that I like a lot too. He's really cool, I thought. All right, we're back. Goff passes to incomplete to Marvin Jones Jr. That was 2nd and 10. That's down at the 15-yard line. If I did a 3 winners, 3 losers of Lions players type of video, which I wouldn't do because that'd be stealing somebody else's idea, but if I did, right now Marvin Jones Jr. would be a loser because he's not doing a whole lot so far in this game. All right, 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line. Goff under center. Hands it off to the running back. Goes nowhere. Vector, if you're still there, I'm reading your comment now. It's the last one I see. Yeah, switched streams after the raid. This is great streaming. Well, thank you, Vector. The CFL? No, never have and probably never will. The 2 sports I tend to follow the most were Major League Baseball growing up and earlier parts of my adult life. Lately, I kind of got burnt out in the last few years, and I kind of am on pause with that. And these last several years, the NFL. And I'll also watch college football games too. And I only do that to try to scout players who I think might get drafted in the first round, who the Lions might draft. Broshmo is another YouTuber that I like to watch a lot too, in terms of NFL draft, because the Lions had that Stafford trade, and they've been rebuilding through the draft the last 3 years, and I've been trying to follow that as best I can. Penei Sewell has a penalty. Dang it, Sewell. You were a foundational block of the rebuild I was just talking about, and you have another penalty. And you're getting – Sewell will get in your face. Sewell did that with Aaron Donald when they played the Rams a couple of years ago, but now they got a penalty for it. But it's 3rd and 10 now. Goff and shotgun. 12:39 left in the third quarter. Goff is pointing, doing all this. I'm sorry if I don't know the technical terms of football plays, but that play was caught by Laporta. But that was only a gain of like 3, so it'll be 4th down. But yeah, I'll probably make like amateur comments like that, fitting into the casual Lions fan formation, because one of the things I want to do with this channel is try to be able to explain certain football terms that like the average fan probably wouldn't understand. Like, what do they mean by floor and ceiling, and what is an X factor, and those sort of things. Eventually, I'll probably come out with videos or shorts that will try to explain those things to people who don't know, but they want to be part of the football watching experience. And I think of that episode of The Big Bang Theory where Leonard is trying to hang out with Penny and her football friends, and he's trying to fit in by like memorizing the rules of the game, when it's not really about the rules, but about the statistics and that sort of stuff and the culture of the team. So, and all that stuff will come in time. I'm probably going to follow back everybody who's subscribed, and I'll sort all that out later, and then we can get more into that. So, Switch streams red. Hey, have you heard of watch the CFL? I like watching all the upcoming teams like the Jaguars, Lions. Agreed, Duplexia. Jaguars are another up-and-coming team, too. We smoked the Jaguars last season, but the Jaguars have proven to really step up now that they have a good coach, a good quarterback, a good edge rusher. They drafted 2 of the linebackers a couple of years ago who I like, Chad Muma, and then the other one in the first round whose name I forgot right now, but Commanders, Giants, maybe the Falcons. I thought the Falcons would be average this year, but I realized, because I didn't think they have a good offensive line, but I realized they have the best rushing offensive line, which I didn't realize. So they might actually be really good because of that, in the same way that the Lions are expected to be good. So I have them winning a division now, when before I didn't know. So Commanders, I think Sam Howell will be the breakout quarterback that no one's expecting. I was high on him when he was at North Carolina, and people were talking about him being drafted, but he had a really bad year because he had no help around him, wide receivers or the line, and he was the very first pick in the 5th round. And I think he will break out in ways that people aren't expecting. So he's got good receivers to work with too. So, but all in all, I don't think the Commanders will be a good team. I think they'll still be last place. Big football question. Raise hand by Gigi Hoey. Who's the hardest boss in Elden Ring? I'm sorry, Gigi Hoey. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe I will later, but right now I don't. For real, the Dirty Birds line is insane. Yeah, that's the truth. Once I looked more into it and read more about it, then I realized, oh, wow, they have a line to go with all the weapons they've been drafting with Drake London and with Bijan Robinson and that tight end that forgetting his name at the moment, but Dan Campbell called him a different type of bird before that draft. Oh, Mahomes passing. Deflected. Jack Campbell was there on the coverage. He swatted it away. He was like, dang it, I should have caught that. Jack Campbell is finally in the game. Anybody who's been watching my stuff knows I love Jack Campbell the most out of anybody. Oh, he dove to try to catch it, but he prevented him from catching it. So good there. So now they're highlighting Jack Campbell. So I love this guy. I lived in Iowa for a while. I know what Iowa people are like, and he fits that mold perfectly. Sam Laporta there, too. They run up the middle for a gain of a few yards. They have an update on Kelsey testing him this morning. Apparently, they tested him in the pool at 10:30, and he made no progress in there, and that's what made the decision. So I got to work on my lighting, too. I can see the shadow blocked by the bill of my cap. Oh, intercepted. Batted and intercepted. Brian Branch, a pick six, touchdown. Yeah. Woo! One pride. Oh, man. That's what I was waiting for. A big play by the defense. And it finally happened. Brian Branch and whoever deflected that pass. He's underrated, and nobody's talking about him, and he could be the best defensive player. Oh, the Kadarius Toney, it went through the hands of him and landed right in Brian Branch's hands, and that's the pick six. Whew. It looked like from that first angle that the other Lions player deflected it, but hey, we'll take it. We had an error that cost us earlier, and now the Chiefs made an error that helped us recover. So we're right back into a tied game. I'm going to take a quick bite of the cheeseburger. Mahomes is washed. What did you think of Jahmyr Gibbs being elected so high in the draft? It's funny. They were doing – Mike and the other Lions Nation Unite people were doing a live draft at the Soaring Eagle Casino, which is taking place in a town that I lived in for several years. And they were streaming over here, and I was all the way on the other side of the restaurant, and you can hear me – when they drafted Gibbs, I shouted, "What? Oh, my God," while being drunk. And I knew the Lions – I predicted a week before that they wanted to draft Gibbs because I figured he was like the Alvin Kamara of the Lions defense, and Campbell, who was with the Saints for a long time, wanted to recreate the Saints defense. But I thought they were going to draft Gibbs at 18. So to see him being drafted at 12, I was shocked. So – because as I hear from everybody, like Brochman and everybody says, you don't draft a running back that high. But, it worked out. Brad Holmes wanted the players that he wanted, and he got the players that he got with the picks that he had. So I thought in this past draft with that sixth pick, they were going to try to draft a cornerback like Witherspoon. But and I fell in love with him. And the Seahawks drafted one pick before, and I was yelling about that too. And then they traded down with the Cardinals, and they got that early second-round pick, which I thought was critical for drafting a tight end because I knew there was a tight end run that was going to happen in that early second round. So they did what they had to do to get their pick of the litter there for tight ends. And they drafted Gibbs there at 12. And I forgot who I thought they were going to draft at 12 at that time there. I figured maybe the cornerback that the Patriots got, Gonzalez, but I wasn't sure. Maybe the TCU wide receiver that the Chargers drafted because he's really good at bull rushing, like after catching it, like being a running back. And the Lions like those type of offensive weapons, maybe him. And then at 18, when that came, I figured they might target linebacker, but I thought they'd get the one from Clemson because I know the Lions met with him, and I had no idea they met with Jack Campbell because – I figured they knew their biggest need on defense was having people who can chase down the mobile quarterbacks, and they went with Jack Campbell. I was like, whoa, cool, awesome. I'm glad they got him, but I didn't think they would get him, but they did, and that was awesome. All right, we're back in the game. I'll try to get to your questions randomly whenever I can, just whatever I kind of see from a casual YouTuber like myself, a rookie, brand new type of night. Yeah, pick six Mahomes. I wonder how many people have done that. I think somebody from the Bills did that last season. They're going back to the Campbell almost pick. Yeah, that's back-to-back passes where Mahomes was at least almost intercepted. So the Lions are good at making adjustments at halftime and players knowing what they need to do. So, and it's showing here so far. Mahomes, he passes it back to Pacheco, who is all the way on their side. Oh, he dukes out one person, gets a gain of about 6 or 7 there. Derek Barnes is in the game. I'm all out of tea, which is what I was drinking earlier with this mug. Wait, no, I'm not. There we go. 2nd and 3. 10:25 to go. Handing off to Pacheco. He looks like he just shy. Chain game's probably going to come out, I think. Mahomes goes back to pass. 1st and 10. Going deep. Incomplete. He was pressured again. I think it was Lee McNeil or Charles Harris, one of those guys. Who are some other YouTubers that I like that I tend to watch a lot? Jackson Cougar Sports. When I want to watch like an analysis of like field plays and stuff like that, he tends to do a really good job too. And he does cover the Lions as unbiasedly as any other team, although I don't know if he's the biggest Lions fan, but maybe he's just trying to be realistic from what he thinks, and he's not as big on them, but that's okay. That's his opinion. Mahomes passes it to 17, and that's a gain of about 5 or 6, brought down by Kirby Joseph. I haven't seen much from Cam Sutton either. It seems like sometimes they'll play zone, and Cam Sutton is kind of like covering his area. So I could be wrong, though. I'll look into that later. Third and 4. Mahomes, shotgun, dropping back, passing again. Hutchinson's about to get him again. Oh, he almost got him. And Sky Moore just incomplete pass again. The defense is doing its job tonight, especially right now. Hutch is doing a good job of getting pressures. He just hasn't had that sack yet. And I know he really wants it, but he's going against the top O-line, and he's going against Patrick Mahomes. Remember in his very first game last year, this is what it was like playing him with Jalen Hurts. And Hurts always was slippery and just got away at the right time. So, but still, pressure is pressure. Aaron Rodgers talk. Yeah, he could be great. He could be bad. Oh, Khalif Raymond. Oh, we got brought down to 18, so. Dang, I got excited there because I know Khalif Raymond can do anything at any time. Aaron Rodgers, though, last 3 years he was back-to-back MVP. And my dad pointed this out to me when we were eating at IHOP one day. He believes the reason why he was so good is because he was so pissed off that the Packers drafted Jordan Love. And it was like a mastermind thing by Gutekunst that let's draft this quarterback and get Aaron Rodgers pissed off so where he'll win back-to-back MVP and make us really good and get far in the playoffs. And that's pretty much what happened. They didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but they were really good. And then last year was kind of the start of their decline where I guess Rodgers just wanted to do his own thing both on the field and off the field. And it didn't really see eye to eye with what the Packers and the other people wanted. And, it's been talked about to death by so many people, but the divorce was inevitable. I do think Aaron Rodgers has a better chance. The Jets have a better chance of winning football games with him than they do with Zach Wilson. Like Zach Wilson is just that college frat dude who is probably just like a jerk to everybody. That's just the vibe I get. That's my personal opinion of him. Like he had a couple of good combines, and like everybody talked about him as the second best quarterback in that draft because of that. And when they should have been talking about like Justin Fields and Trey Lance jumped up there too. So when we all see how that worked out with those people, man, I got asked Bills or Jets, and I still don't know. I think it could go either way because the Bills have a really good defense too. The Jets have a really good defense. Having an all-around quarterback like Josh Allen, who's younger than Rodgers, but he's also built like a running back, that can probably do some damage there too. We still got Diggs. Offensive line has questions for the Jets, but yeah, it could be either one, honestly. I have to imagine the Buffalo Bills probably are still kind of down from getting beaten by the Bengals from the playoffs last year. I also try to take into consideration the psychology of the teams, not just the statistics, as best I can. So the Bills were talked about as the darlings of the league at this point last year, but then that kind of fell off after they got defeated so handedly by the Chiefs, while the Jets have like a lot more momentum now. So I guess I give the edge to the Jets if they run the ball and do what the Lions are doing tonight with the rushing game and taking time out the clock. But that's why I like primetime games. I'll watch them to figure out what kind of teams they are. And I'll do more research on that and do a primetime preview video of that when the time is right. Gibbs just had a gain of like 5 or 6 from the side there. Yeah, Zach Wilson probably would get better with attitude. When you have someone like Aaron Rodgers coming in, he's obviously going to be your alpha in the – nice catch to St. Brown in the middle of the field. We see that play a lot tonight, and it gets me excited. But, yeah, Aaron Rodgers definitely going to come in there and alpha the crap out of Zach Wilson, and he'll fall into submission and definitely get better from that. So just what someone like Zach Wilson needs there. Anyways, I want to talk about Goff and St. Brown for a second because they run the same pass play. Like it's a play action, like up the middle, like what a slot receiver does. And it's just so successful. They run that play so much. Oh, Sam Laporta gets the first down there, but there's a flag. That's a nice catch there too. Dan Campbell and Jared Goff's first win a couple years ago against the Vikings was a game-winning touchdown catch with St. Brown, and that's that memory that's associated with why they do that now. Holding defense 38, penalty decline. All right. First down, Lions. Yep, I got them in multiple fantasy leagues too. I have a total of 4, 2 on ESPN and then 2 on Yahoo. And I try to switch it up and get different players as best I can. But I have several Lions on several different places just to kind of keep track of from the fantasy perspective how well they do. Oh, they gave it to Gibbs, who got a gain of 2 or 3 yards. Gibbs is getting good experience tonight. GG Ho-He. I hope I'm pronouncing your username right. So I just work with what I have. Thoughts on Goff's future in the organization of the league? When he first got here, I honestly thought he was just a bridge quarterback. And that the Lions were eventually going to draft the new rookie one. But last Jacksonville game last year was when I started to turn a corner on. Oh, pass to St. Brown over there. He's bulldozing his way almost to the first down. But each and every offseason, I try to keep track of the quarterbacks that are going to be in the draft And I honestly thought Sam Howell was be the one out of all odds, but Hendon Hooker was the draft pick because of that. So the Jacksonville game was when I had a change of heart about Jared Goff. So right now he's doing really well, and I trust Brad Holmes, the general manager, and whatever he decides to do. But financially, it might make more sense to get rid of him so that they can sign the other players that they want to sign when their years come for their extensions or whatever. And the best way to do that is to let Goff go and have Hendon Hooker take over as a rookie quarterback. But right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if Goff is an asset to the team, then I say keep him for now and let Hooker learn with him. So 4th and 3rd. Okay, Jack Fox punted. I was watching for another trick play, but no. Got it inside the 10, bouncing. Good job, Jack Fox. That's why Bill Belichick last season spoke highly of Jack Fox, and then a couple days later, he got signed to an extension. So, true story there. Thank you, Vector. Have a good night. I'll see you later then. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I was rambling about Goff's future, but it went from my mind from bridge quarterback to Lions starter for now to I'll trust Brad Helms and whatever he decides to do with him. Like if he wants to trade him or cut him and save money and let Hooker take over, then I'll trust him with that. If he wants to keep Goff around and Hooker will be the permanent backup from now on, then I'll trust that too. So either way, I am convinced though that the league is kind of trending towards having that all-around dynamic quarterback where you have to be able to scramble and be mobile there too. And those teams tend to do a lot better. But Goff, my two most important qualities for a quarterback is being accurate and making good decisions. And I think Goff is really good at both of those. He doesn't have the arm strength of Matthew Stafford, but in Stafford, he's Detroit Lions legacy too. So he's royalty as far as we're concerned as well. So we'll always say Stafford was better than Goff, but Goff is doing a good job right now too. So I could go on forever talking about that trade. Was Vactor my last viewer? Again. You're still here, GG Hoey? Awesome. Can you – I don't know if there's a lot to ask. Am I pronouncing your username correctly? GG Hoey. If there's a better way to pronounce it, feel free to let me know because I pride myself on being as accurate as possible with both like typing stuff out and spelling correctly as well as saying it verbally because I'm a former journalist and a former newspaper reporter, and I'd hate to find out that I was saying things wrong and embarrassing myself later on. You know what I mean? So, all right, Chiefs got the ball. 1st and 10. They hand it off, and they gain about 4 yards. GG Ho. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like I just I focus on the double. I focus on the double and triple letters so much, and it's just like, But yeah, GG Ho. I got that. 2nd and 7. Mahomes and shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Under a little pressure. He's running it with it now. He's got the first down and get knocked down. Don't take it personally if I start talking less because my voice is starting to get tired and I'm still kind of hungry. I might just focus on taking a few bites of my Red Robin's Monster Burger. Many people think it's Ghost. So, oh, yeah, I can see that. seeing the first letter G and then a bunch of other stuff after that, my mind would instantly think of Ghost. So I see where you're coming from there. My first name is Oren, and people, Mahomes flipped up to Pacheco, who's duking and dirk and almost got the first down. Anyway, my first name is Oren, but people always seem to screw it up. Like Aaron, there's no A in my name. It can't be Aaron. Or Lynn. It's like, no, it's Oren. Or it's like, am I saying that name? Or, I like that name. That's a catchy name. So it got to a point where, like, I'll go out in public to a coffee shop and just go by my middle name, Scott. And I know it's cool to have, like, a name that catches people's attention. But, like, after a while, it's nice to switch things up a bit, Hands it off to Pacheco, first down and more. So the Chiefs are slowly driving the ball again. I talked about this in my video last night, how I thought Pacheco might get more handoffs than we were expecting, and it's looking like that's been the case tonight. And I should have talked about him instead of Creed Humphrey, but I feel like Creed Humphrey was the key. Their center, who's arguably the top center in the league right now, would be the key for helping blocking with that. Some play-by-play till I get home. I hear you, Gigi Ho. Are you at work right now, or? That's what I imagine. Like a late guard, security guard shift. Mahomes goes deep, and Cam Sutton breaks up the pass, but there's a flag. Oh, man. A lot was happening on that play. Pass interference, defense number 1. That's Sutton out of the Lions. Shoot. That's going to put them down there. Dang it. I guess better than a touchdown. I knew you would love it. Yeah. I guess I'd rather have that than a touchdown, though. Mahomes at 25, first and 10. Play fakes it. Going to pass it. McNeil's getting there. Oh, he passes it to somebody on the side, Bell, and he gets a first down. Runs out of bounds. I'm not watching this game on a TV either. I got the NFL Plus thing on the app for I don't want to call it an iPad. I don't know what you technically call it, but I'm watching it that way. That way I can watch it several places. So trying to stay ahead of the times and forgetting about cable and all that. So plus I hate spending $200 or $300 on a TV when I just have to lug it around to all the different places I live. So anyways, first and second on the 18, Mahomes passes to the middle of 24. It's incomplete. At the library doing some homework. Now I'm walking back. Oh, I got you. I spent several years in libraries at CMU's library, the Charles V. Park Library, working on essays and stuff like that. Lots of college education. I got my bachelor's degree in journalism years ago. And a few years ago, I got my master's from Southern New Hampshire University in English/creative writing. So my goal is the NFL is a hobby for me, but my goal one day, incomplete pass across the middle for Reggie James. But my goal with my master's degree after my time with journalism was up was to become a English professor at a community college, like teaching those freshman comp classes to pay the bills, And I was an adjunct for 3 semesters, and I did that. So I got that experience. And then in my side time, try to become an author, a writer, write short stories, and eventually write novels, because I do like to read any chance I get to. So, but I figured I get credibility in the book flap talking about me if I had a master's degree. So they kick a field goal, and it's good out of 35 yards. So 17-14, Chiefs are leading, 2:10 left in the third quarter. Yeah, I like learning for the sake of learning. So I always think of knowledge as one of the top things to strive for in life, because when you have knowledge, you can do a whole lot and make a lot of smart decisions. It's always better to be smarter than to be brave, and as long as you get the end result that you want. I don't know what I'm talking about with that. I'm getting off track with my philosophy about, smarts and bravery and all that. But, no, not right now. I've had probably writer's block for too long now. I just relocated to a new city, so I'm hoping to join a club where I can get a couple of short stories and meet a couple of people and make some connections to get myself out there. I used to write for newspapers all the time, and I used to write columns and those sort of things. I was mainly known as a police and court reporter because as we know, newspapers are dying as a career. So in order to get a job to write about other things, I had to market myself as a police and court reporter, and then who can write other types of stories. And that's how I'd get those other type of stories. So, but I've written a few short stories for grad school classes with Southern New Hampshire University. Hang on a second. I need a new frame, but I got this here, so that counts for something, I guess. Since I'm talking about it, I might as well show it, All right. That's awesome, Gigi Ho. Do you have any trying to think of genres that you would prefer? I guess my two favorite genres are like, crime and all that, because I used to write so much police and court stories that I kind of have an idea for how that setting would look and how the people would act to be able to write that. But the thing that always keeps me turning to the pages is young adult stuff, especially that author Green, who wrote like The Fault of Our Stars and all those other books, Looking for Alaska and Turtles All the Way Down. That last book, I was looking forward to that one. I really liked the cover of that book, but it was really bait and switch. They made it seem like it was a mystery. They were going to try to find somebody for a reward, but then it turned out to be about the protagonist's germophobia, which is good, but I just don't like being deceived with that way. I can talk more about that later, and I ranted about that in previous classes before, but I guess whatever sells books, I guess. But yeah, John Green does a really good job. What sort of... So, Gigi Ho, I think you're the only person I have to entertain tonight. So what sort of stories did you write for the newspaper? Like, was it like university type of budget stories, or was it features about students? Was it about sports? Was it about the city that you were living in, like city council meetings or new businesses opening up? What sort of categories or beats, as we journalists like to call them? Oh, the writer, John Green? I don't know. I haven't kept track in a while. I think there were characters he wrote about that got cancer, so I haven't looked into his stuff in a while. So Goff and Shotgun, 2nd and 10, Under Pressure, throws it on the run. Oh, out of bounds, incomplete. Just gets rid of it. But there's a flag on the play. I'm going to reset here. 2:01 left in the third quarter. Kansas City's winning 17-14. Tripping offense. Montgomery. What is that? Oh my gosh. Tom Brady tried that in Germany last year and against that Seattle cornerback that did really good, and he didn't get away with that either. But he might not even been known that he did that because he just got knocked over flat on his back and his foot just came up and it tripped over that. It could have been on purpose or not, kind of like what everybody claimed Namak and Sue did when he was the Lions, but who knows. But anyways, it's 2nd and 22 now at the 12-yard line. Goff and shotgun. He passes it across to St. Brown across the – no, that's Khalif Raymond. That's a big gain of yards there. That's a couple short of the first down, but yeah, big chunk there. Sports, and because I'm an NV Sci major, a lot of editorials and environmental shit. There you go. I like to do a lot of parks and recreation stuff too, like hiking and kayaking and stuff like that. So for that reason, it's important to keep track of what's going on in the environment, because the last thing I'd do would just want to hike right into a place where there's a forest fire going. Third down, Goff to plays action, passes it incomplete to St. Brown. Shoot. And I tried to get into sports on my newspaper too, but there wasn't any availability. So because I had a car, they put me on the Metro desk, which made me cover stuff around the city, which ultimately led to me doing police and courts, because I guess I did a good enough job there to where they promoted me to that. And I just kind of took that and ran with my career as a journalist at the time. So Jack Fox punts it. And he's taken off with it after catching it. Tackled. Fumble. Lions recover. Okay, who's number 30? Khalil Dorsey. So what happened was, oh, dang it. So what looked like happened initially, number 30, Khalil Dorsey, tackled him at the legs, and then the ball came out, and then Dorsey came back and recovered the ball, and it looked like it was a fumble recovery, but the refs ruled the Chiefs' punt returner down, so it's Kansas City's ball. That one I don't know about. I'd have to look at that over again. So I'm going to navigate away from the live stream tab to look at the ESPN stuff for a minute. Mahomes hands off to Pacheco, gets a gain of about 5 or 6. No, not Pacheco, somebody else. 25. I was kind of relying on the all plays summary of the ESPN game thing to kind of rely on what happened, but now I realize I don't need it. Plus, it's way ahead of me from where I'm streaming right now. So Mahomes drops back. Oh, dumps it off to the backup tight end, gets a first down and more. He broke a tackle and 2, and he's got more. Oh, crap. Like right now, I'm using it. You got a game of 24 yards. And Brian Branch, he's crouching, and the health people are going out to look at him. Kirby Joseph, man, you got to finish that tackle. I hope Branch is all right. We need that guy. All right. He's getting looked at. His lower leg is getting massaged, his right leg or whatever. They're showing a replay to show what happened. Or no, they're showing Hutchinson almost sacking Mahomes again. Hutch really wants that sack. Yeah, that looks better. I'm just adjusting the lighting. They're explaining a rule of something. Center's belt line and helmet. I lost track of what they were talking about. But there's 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Branch is slowly walking off the field. So at least there's no cart for him. Brian Branch, first Lions player with a pick six in NFL debut since 1967 when Len Barney did it. So, yeah, he contributed to our point scoring tonight and our defense. So I hope his injury is not significant. Hopefully he's back later on. And they're resuming play. Clock winding down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. They're going to let it run out. And that's the end of the third quarter. Good time to honor Andy Reid with another bite of a cheeseburger. That's a commercial break. Got one more quarter to play. Lions are still only down by 3, but the Chiefs have the ball right now. Things are kind of slowing down. Everybody was saying this game was going to be a shootout, but it's not really like that at this point. But there's still a lot of play going on. Mahomes is being Mahomes. The defense for the Lions is playing really well, better than anyone would expect them to play. Oh, and my iPad just froze. Gosh darn it. The Lions offense, though, is leaving a lot to be desired right now. Marvin Jones Jr., I think, could have been doing more, but he hasn't. All of the big plays, from what I can tell, have been on that play action pass from Goff to St. Brown in the middle of the field for a big yardage chunkage. So Sam Laporta, the rookie tight end, has had a couple of good receptions too. Gibbs has done a couple of things, but he's not like as big of a factor as we were thinking he would be. Montgomery's been doing all right too. He had that penalty with the tripping, which he may or may not have done on purpose. Like when you get knocked on your back and your leg naturally comes up and then the player trips over it, that could be perceived either way, I guess. Okay, next time I do a stream, I'm going to have a light underneath here so that way there's not a shadow. There. Oh, we're back playing. Mahomes is back. Pass complete to 25 at the scrimmage. Brought down. Oh, Jack Campbell just sumo wrestles him down. So that was somewhat a big play, 3 yards away from the first down. So. Yeah, that was a gain for 7 yards. Second and 3 at the 33-yard line. Fourth quarter is underway. Hands off to the running back. He gets the first down. The clock is still running. Down to 14 minutes. Try a gimmick. Oh, I'm talking to myself now. Sorry. First and 10 at the 29. Game is still close. Mahomes drops back to pass. Oh, McNeil almost got him. Now he's scrambling up the middle. He's taking off. He gets sides right at the first down. I think it was short. Yeah. Short by a yard. The Lions primarily play man-to-man coverage for their defense, which makes it easier for quarterbacks to be able to scramble and be mobile because the defensive players are looking at the offensive players for a lot of that time. Coupled that with the fact that Mahomes has a lot of they stop him from they try a jet sweep, but all of a bunch of Lions players led by Derek Barnes are there to bring him down. That looks like a loss of 2. But anyways, about the play man-to-man coverage stuff. I talked about this in a previous video, but Patrick Mahomes was top 1 or 2 for touchdown passes against man-to-man coverage defenses last year. And the Lions played the top 1 or 2 most man-to-man coverage out of any team last year. So I figured that was going to be a big reason why Chiefs would score a lot of points other than the fact that he's Patrick Mahomes, 3rd and 2 at the 21-yard line. Mahomes drops back to pass. He might get sacked. No, he gets rid of it. And number 1 drops the pass. Incomplete pass. James Houston is in the game. There he is. He almost he drove back his offensive lineman and almost got to him, but he got rid of it just in time. He grabbed him by the foot, and he was like underneath of his legs trying to bring him down, and he let go just in time. I don't know how, but I almost forgot about James Houston. My assumption, though. All right. Levi Onwuzurike is down and look down on the ground and getting stretched out by trainers. If you see periods of silence, that means I'm typing something out. Just like that. Okay, Onwuzurike is walking off the field now. Levi Onwuzurike was a second-round draft pick a couple years ago. Same draft as Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Chiefs are kicking a field goal, by the way, from 39 yards out. Levi O, as I like to call him, he had a really decent rookie year and he developed, but he missed all of last year from a back injury, and he fought and clawed his way to play again during training camp this year, and he made the team. And I was really proud of it because I know Levi O has a really good ceiling to really be sort of like an Aaron Donald type of player. Maybe not nearly as good of him, but just productive enough. I think my last viewer left, so now I don't have to talk as much, but I probably will try. Just eating a cheeseburger. Earbud fell out. Back on the ESPN thing, I want to look at the box score and try to get an idea for the statistics. Patrick Mahomes, 20 for 34, 220 yards, average is 6.5 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And for rushing, Patrick Mahomes, 6 carries, 45 yards, average of 7.5, his longest being 16 yards. Jared Goff, 19 for 31, 194 yards, average of 6.3 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. David Montgomery, 10 carries for 33 yards, longest one being 7. That's actually fewer yards than I thought. While Jahmyr Gibbs, 5 receptions, 26 yards. Where's Gibbs'? Oh, there it is. Gibbs' receiving yards, 2 receptions, 18 yards. Longest one being 10. Touchback at a 25. 12-11 left in the fourth quarter. Chiefs are winning 20-14. Let's see. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 6 receptions, 71 yards, 1 touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling of the Chiefs, 2 receptions for 48 yards, as long as one being 34 yards. Rashid Rice has 3 receptions for 29 yards and a touchdown. So Mahomes is spreading the ball around tonight. Oh, Montgomery gets the ball and gets about another 5 yards, 4 yards, whatever. Nick Bolton on the stop. He's another Chiefs defender I forgot to talk about. I focused so much on George Karlaftis and Trent McDuffie, the 2 first-round picks from the year before last year's draft. I forgot about Nick Bolton, who was, I think, a first-round pick 3 years ago. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 6 carries for 22 yards, whereas Isaiah Pacheco has 7 carries for 20 yards. Uh-oh, my iPad froze. All right, 2nd and 5. Goff he hands it off to Gibbs. Loss of yardage. Someone got through and tackled him before he made it to the line of scrimmage. Sneed. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, they're saying he has to go and not let the edge get him. So basically explode out of there. Anyway, 3rd and 7 at the 28. Goff and shotgun. Running back on his right. Oh, we got called for delay of game. Lions are going to get penalized for that. 5-yard penalty and 3rd down. Deshaun Campbell just kind of pacing, not smiling. They tend to show coaches' reactions to penalties like that. So now it's 3rd and 12. The Chiefs' noise being a factor. Goff and shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Down the middle. Caught by Reynolds. 1st down and more. That had to have been like a 15-yard pass. 15 to 20. Yep, 18 yards. All right, 1st and 10. Passes to Zach Brock Wright, and there's a penalty. Holding on defense. Okay, holding on defense, 56. That's Karloftis. Ah. So 2nd and 2. Goff under center. Montgomery gets the ball. Did he get the first down? Or is he just short? My earbuds are beeping on me. What the heck is going on? When we get the next commercial break, I might have to switch my earbuds with something else because it must be low on power. And I don't want to play the volume of this game because I don't want anything copyright-like to happen to me. So, all right, 3rd and 1. Gives it to the running back. First down. Montgomery gets the first down and more. I told you guys in that previous video he'd be a key in this game. My earpods keep beeping on me. Must be low on power, on battery. I'll deal with it in the next commercial break. Goff under center, 1st and 10. Play action. Passes toward the middle. Caught to Reynolds, and he's running away with it. Down to the 10. That was a big gain right there, 33 yards. So it'll be 1st and goal, looks like. Reynolds has been very productive as a receiver tonight, the few times he's gotten the ball. He and Goff were Rams teammates back in the day. Oh, no. It just said power off in my... We're powering through. Oh, that's just this one. I can live with one for now. All right. There was a play I missed. I think Montgomery rushed for a couple extra yards, but it's looks like it's 2nd and down, 2nd and 4, 2nd and goal. No, 2nd and 4 actually. Giving it to Montgomery. He gets the first down and he gets in. Touchdown, Lions! Woo! David Montgomery gets a touchdown rush. We're tied it up right now. Montgomery MVPing his way into the MVP. That's why you get a running back like Montgomery who can get those extra yards because he turned a first down into a touchdown. Extra point. Right down the middle is good. I guess the tight end blocking was the key on that play, which is something Campbell always emphasized when he was a blocking tight end. All right, commercial break time. Lions won pride. Lions are back in the lead, 21-20. I'll be right back. Explorers in the chat tonight. Oh, crap. Don't listen to that. Don't take me down, YouTube. Sorry. All right. We're going this route from right near the game. I can hear it just fine. I think urinating treatment. But for tonight. I'm back to having no followers, so it was nice when I did have people to listen to, but I feel like I can relax a bit and focus on the game. The last few years of doing this, I got used to watching other people in their live streams, and it feels a little weird being on the other end of it, but it's really fun doing this. And I'm back to staring at the ESPN play-by-play, and as usual, they're way ahead of where I'm at here, and it says it's live because apparently Jack Fox kicked a touchback. Yeah, our punter instead of our kicker does our kickoffs. Fun fact there. But Jack Fox can do everything. He's done trick plays where he's passed to people before. So that's why we Lions people hold him in high regard as a punter. And now Montgomery's getting some love as he's scored a touchdown and he's responsible for this drive. The Lions rushing game is doing really good now. But there's still 7:06 left, so anything can happen in this game left. We know not to count out Patrick Mahomes until the time is 0-0 in the fourth quarter. Not even 1 second in. Hey, Justin Ross got a reception. That was for 6 yards. Now it's 2nd and 4. I remember looking at Ross for the NFL draft thinking he was a big body receiver. The Lions might draft at the time, but they didn't. 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line. Kansas City's 29-yard line. Hand off to Pacheco, tackled by McNeil, about 1 yard away from the first down. Not even 1 second. Thank you, Tom Gossian. Funny story. I call my halftime segments rain bait, where I try such as eating a cheeseburger. And it only took 1 second for it to work. Yeah, you might catch me talking to myself sometimes, replaying memories. I'm sorry about that. 3rd and 1. Hand it off to 4. Get brought down in the backfield. Who's that? Pascal. Tackle for loss there. Key stop. I've always liked Josh Pascal, and he did something key here. Now it's 4th down. Momentum is getting back into the Lions' favor. They're talking about how the Lions' nose tackle jumped, but they didn't call it. And now the Chiefs punt it, but man, that was a key play by Josh Pascal, 93. He's 2nd-round pick in the couple years ago draft with Aiden Hutchinson and then Jamison Williams and then Josh Pascal, who I thought at the time was a reach because I never had heard of him, but it turned out he was a 3-time captain at Kentucky. He had cancer and survived that, and he was a team leader. So exactly a Dan Campbell type of guy, and they drafted him. And he started off last season with an injury, like to the, I think it was to his groin or something like that, something like that, and then came into the Lions rotation against Game 6 against Dallas, if I remember right. But he's had a full preseason to get ready, and he played a role here. He's part of the Lions edge rusher rotation, which should do well this year. And I'm happy to see Pascal do something like that, because I think he could be a breakout star as well, because we talk about Hutchinson and Houston, but Pascal is somebody who I'm keeping an eye on as well. I know. I just got the notification from Tom Grossi saying Tom Grossi loses his mind after Brian Branch pick 6. Oh, man, I hope Brian Branch is okay. I haven't heard anything about him since he got left the field from that injury. Same with Levi Onwuzurike. I like to watch the press conferences too. So after this game, when Dan Campbell talks to the media, hopefully he has updates with us about that. Maybe Lions Twitter has an update. Twitter right now is bashing the Chiefs for what was that play that got them that loss? Well, I love it as a Lions fan. All right, 1st and 10 on the Lions 34. Goff under center. Doing this, pointing everywhere, calling audibles. Casual Lions fan. What? False start, everybody but the center. Come on, Frank Ragnow. Probably can't hear because of the Arrowhead Stadium. Now it's 1st and 15. Frank Ragnow is one of the top centers in the league, but he's had injuries to his turf toe time and time again. But he's a reliable blocker, part of the Lions' big offensive line. Jahmyr Gibbs gets the ball, handoff. Oh, breaks a tackle. He gets the first down and more. Big run by Gibbs there. Oh, yeah, he had no problems there. He spun around and broke a tackle or 2 tacklers and then got back around. He reminds me of Swift when he was healthy, which I think is exactly what the Lions were going for in that draft. It's an 18-yard gain and a first down at the 47 now. In the middle of the field, Goff under center, pointing at everybody. Hands off to Montgomery, who gets a gain of about 2. Tom, I hope you got a good. Tom, thank you very. I hope you got a good laugh. Pitch to Montgomery. Gets another couple yards, so 2nd and 8, so it'll be like 3rd and 6. I just typed YouTube into a new tab, and I see my own live stream on here. Lions versus Chiefs live at Owen Shaw. It's kind of surreal seeing myself watching it. Okay, 3rd and 5. But I'm trying to go into Tom Grossi's stream for a minute to thank him for the raid. Montgomery was 2 yards short there, so it's 4th down. You're not going to have Patterson attempt a field goal here. You might see actually them going for it because that's what Dan Campbell does. I hope going on a 4th down. Goff is dropping back to pass. It's batted down. Turnover on downs to the Chiefs. The Lions will go for it on 4th down in those situations, but it didn't work in their favor in this situation. Besides Marvin Jones Jr., I think the Lions' offensive line is they probably could do better tonight. Oh, that was Montgomery blocking, actually. Thank you. Oh. I hope I made. And Mahomes dropping back to pass. Kind of a deep down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Number 19. Kadarius Toney. A really poor night, what the refs say. I hope I made you laugh. Holmes dropping back, 2nd and 10. This time the pass is caught for a 1st down, but there's a flag on the play. Holding offense number 79. 10-yard penalty, so that one's coming back. Inside move by Harris, and it got him, is what they're saying. I'm attempting to send a super chat to Tom Grossi right now. There we go. 2nd and 20. Mahomes drops back to pass after shotgun. Passes down the middle. Caught. No. Incomplete. CJ Gardner-Johnson with a deflection. Now it's 3rd and 20. Pressure on the Chiefs now. 3rd and 20 at their 35. Mahomes drops back to pass. Swings it. And, incomplete pass. Almost intercepted. I hope I made you laugh. Ooh, oh. Gardner-Johnson would have had the interception if he had caught it, but it went through his hands. Oh, man. The Chiefs are going for it on 4th and 20 at their 35-yard line. Oh, my gosh. Mahomes back to pass. But flags. False start, somebody. False start, offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. So now it's 4th and 25. You're just stubborn because Campbell got away with the 4th down and stuff, and you wanted to show him up, and Andy Reid, and your pride and ego is taken over, in my opinion, when really you should punt. But then again, you don't have a lot of time left. It's almost the 2-minute warning, and you know you need to score and get ahead. 4th and 20, Mahomes back and passing. 4th and 25, I should say. Oh, he's running around under pressure. Lops it across the field. Incomplete pass. Turnover on downs. Sky Moore almost, it was just like a half a inch like above his hand, but it missed. We're at the 2-minute warning. Since this is a 2-minute warning, I will tell you guys, I will do a YouTube video of a post-game show of my thoughts and opinions on specifically the Lions and how they did. I'll only do these post-game thoughts with Detroit Lions, and not the primetime ones, but Detroit Lions, what I thought they did right and wrong. Similar to what Mike does after the game, but I'm calling it different things and going to do a different style. That way I'm not copying other people. So, but yeah. Wow, that was huge. It's not like one hero could stop Mahomes from there. It's just, the Lions defense as a whole did every little thing right to make it so that there wasn't very many options. And Mahomes had to scramble just enough to try to not be comfortable enough. So even though he's better at it than anybody in doing it, like the Lions defense plugged all the holes to make it like impossible, so to speak. That's what I'm seeing here with that. Thank you. I hope I made you. Commercial break in progress. We're at the 2-minute warning. Lions are up by a score of 1 point, 21-20, Detroit right now. And the Chiefs just tried a 4th and 25 and failed, and the Lions get the turnover on downs. It's getting exciting. If you're a Lions fan, you can start to smell the victory. So this is where the Lions really just need to eat the clock, maybe go for a field goal or get whatever they can, but really just run out the play clock. You have the lead, you have the advantage, and you got to force Kansas City to be more aggressive, make more mistakes, and then just capitalize on them as best you can, and you yourselves don't make any mistakes that would allow Kansas City to capitalize and get back into the game. But we don't have a shootout in this game, but we do have a close game. And it's coming down to who's getting the ball last from what it looks like. So it's exciting in different ways, I would say. Oh, man. So just run the ball, eat the clock. Get a touchdown, but get it at the right amount of time on the clock left. Montgomery gets 5 yards. Whew. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. Of course, we Lions fans have watched this team break our hearts so much to the point where we're cautiously optimistic because we know that once you get more hope, then it gets taken away at the last second. Then that's where the most pain is. So we understand at any minute, like something unfortunate could happen and the Chiefs could run away with the win there. But we're hoping that doesn't happen. We've seen it all too many times, and we just want the Lions to do every little thing right, hopefully have some luck on our side, and get this huge win to set the tone for the season. Oh, Montgomery also again gets another 4 yards or so. It'll be 3rd and 2. I hope I made you laugh. The cheeseburger. Make it with the right. I hope I made you laugh. When I think I'm alone, I'll talk to myself. So I apologize. My family has thought I was crazy at times for doing that. Goff is undefeated versus Mahomes. Somebody's holding up a sign in the stand saying that. Yeah, that could be the case tonight too. 1:47 left on the clock, 3rd and 2. Just don't make any mistakes. Montgomery plows through and gets the first down. 20-yard line. Kansas City takes their final timeout. 1:42 left on the clock. So there goes the timeout advantage. Detroit, meanwhile, has all 3 of their timeouts. Detroit is in control right now with 1:42 left in the game with 1 point. Even though it would preferably be more points than 1 point, Detroit is in the situation that they want to be in to close out the game. Campbell and Anzalone are hugging each other. The celebration is beginning. Goff takes a knee. Waving the fans. Lions cheers. The clock is running down to 1:30. 2nd and 11. Lions are celebrating. We're actually witnessing it, Lions fans. The Lions look like they're about to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions, at Arrowhead Stadium. And we know the Chiefs didn't have Chris Jones or Travis Kelce, but Mahomes did everything. Mahomes was Mahomes, you know? He was a real challenge. $46 seconds left on the clock. Another knee was taken. Take another knee. And people are starting to rush the field. 30 seconds left. They're coming out for the handshakes and everything. I'm waiting for the timer to be 0. Hutch is talking to somebody. Andy Reid and Dan Campbell shook hands. Pat Holmes hugging people. 3, 2, 1, 0. The Detroit Lions defeat the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium, the defending Super Bowl champions, by a score of 21-20. The Detroit Lions are here! Woo! One pride! We have put the rest of the league on notice. We are contending. If we can beat the Kansas City Chiefs, we can beat anybody. Feels good. And I know the Chiefs didn't have Travis Kelce or Chris Jones, but you know what? They're still a really good team, and we still beat a really good team. They're the defending Super Bowl champions. We defeated Patrick Mahomes. I hope to hear good news updates from Brian Branch and Levan Wuzurike because we need them. Mahomes is shaking his head like, Travis Kelce's like, replay of, oh man, this is so fun. Brad Holmes has been rebuilding this team through the draft ever since he took over in 2021. And now we're starting to see the playoff team, he and Dan Campbell, the players that they getting and developing. And I think the NFL Plus is cutting off the stuff there. But thank you for everybody who is watching me live, as well as people coming back to watch the replay of this. thank you, Tom Grassi, and your supporters for the raid. That really will help me out as a YouTuber. Again, right now, this is just a hobby for me, and this is just casual. I'm not looking for like heavy graphics and that sort of thing, but who knows in the future? So I'm gonna expect a post game video coming out here soon, and I'll do another primetime preview of the next teams that are going to be playing on primetime, and then if I'm available, I'll try to live stream those games. And oh, great night by everybody, Lions fans. And until the next game, which won't be for over a week because we got extra time. Go Lions, one pride. Oh, crap, everybody's back. Oh, Vector is back. And Danny Dimes. Yeah, thank you guys for rejoining. I'm going to end the stream now. But, yeah, it's awesome. It was very awesome. We did it. So I'm ending the stream right now. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. So take care. Goodbye.